Now, people across the country are going to have to start repaying their student loans again next month after the reprieve on interest and repayment ended earlier this month. New data shows more than 51% of people who complete an undergraduate degree use a federal loan to pay for at least some, maybe all of their expenses. Joining me this morning is Rachel Cruz. She's a personal finance expert with Ramsey Solutions. Rachel, good morning. Thanks for joining us here on Daybreak. It's been nice having this reprieve. People might have gotten used to spending that extra cash in other ways. So now, where do we begin?
Yes, well, thanks for having me. I know the payments are coming and people are feeling it because a lot of Americans are still living paycheck to paycheck as of today. So a few $100s a month they're really going to feel. So one of the best things you can do, honestly, is to do a budget. And this is something we talk about a lot at Ramsey Solutions, but this is your roadmap for your money. It allows you to be in control of your money versus your money controlling you. So really, you take a sheet of paper, Excel, or there's an app called Every Dollar that's great, but put your income at the top for the month, minus all of your expenses, including giving and saving, and that should equal zero. So every dollar coming in is assigned to a category. So you know you have enough income to get you through the month. But the problem is a lot of people will be in that negative, which means you either need to up your income or cut expenses or both.
Okay, so when you're writing out that budget, how do you prioritize where to cut?
Yeah, so you want to look at needs versus wants. So your needs is food, shelter, utilities, transportation. And the problem is a lot of our wants, we have kind of seeped into needs that we really don't need. All the subscriptions, maybe the memberships, even going out to eat. You can even look at your food category and say, hey, how can we save money? Shop at a different grocery store. But really, really tightening up because a few extra $100, like I said earlier, could be significant for you in this process, but it's going to take some sacrifice. And again, you can't be living like you were living, 5-6 months ago or now even. There's going to be some changes, and that's okay. It's for a short period of time until you get, that solid foundation under you financially, which is key.
And Rachel, okay, I understand Ramsey Solutions is going to be hosting a live stream, kind of educating a little bit more about all of this.
We are. Tomorrow night, Dave Ramsey, myself, and Jade Warshaw, we're going to be talking about this whole crisis, how we got here, but more importantly, how to get out. So we'll talk about some, getting more detailed in the budget, but also talk about things like what does it look like to shop insurance? What does it look like to, if you got a big tax refund, to adjust your withholdings and to even pause investing for a season to get cash back in your paycheck? Because that's what's key for so many Americans right now, is to find that margin, which is going to mean some sacrifice, but it's going to be worth it.
All right, Rachel, any last tips before we sign off here?
I would just give people some hope to know that, I talk to people every single day here at my job, and they've had hundreds of thousands of dollars of student loan debt. That sure, it took a few years to get out, but they were able to get out. If you take that responsibility and say, hey, what can I do for a season to cut back, to work extra, and to pay this off, you can get out of student loan debt. So if you go to RamseySolutions.com/student loans, that's where you can sign up for the live stream, and we're going to talk all about that tomorrow night.
Sometimes that first step is the hardest one, just to wrap your head around everything. Rachel, really appreciate your time. Thanks so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks, Kylie. Thanks for having me.